Okay, so today's lesson is lesson 37A. We're talking about percents today. And generally speaking, all of these problems will be in the form A is P% of B. We'll explain what that means in a minute. But we know that if we have a fraction like A over B and we multiply it by 100, that will give us a percentage. So that's what we're showing here in this second equation right here. Going back up to the A is P% of B, if we think about that, that kind of makes a lot of sense. What we're really saying is A is equal to some percentage times B. Okay, so for example, if we were given the problem, sorry about that, if we were given the problem, what is 20% of 100, okay, that's an easy enough one that we could probably do it in our head. But if we think about it, A is P% of B, then we know what we're looking for. The what corresponds to the A, okay, so we're looking for A. Is an equal sign. 20%, we could convert that to a decimal, and that would be 0.20. And then of is a multiplication symbol, 100. So when we ask what is 20% of 100, we're really being asked to solve the bottom equation here. A is equal to 0.2 times 100. So 0.2 times 100 turns out to be 20. So 20 is 20% of 100. That was a really simple one, so we'll do a few more just to make sure that you have the right idea here. Okay, I rewrote A is P% of B up at the top, and if you memorize that and keep that in your head, a lot of these will be pretty easy. If we have, for example, 12% of what is 15, okay, if we put it in the same format, A is P% of B, okay, this part here would be the P% of B, okay, and this, the 15, is the A, okay. So if we say A is equal to P% times B, then we know that A is 15, the P% is 12, so I will put in a 0.12 because I'm going to convert that to a decimal, times B. Now we can just do simple algebra, divide both sides by 0.12 to find out what B is. Okay, so B is equal to 125. Okay, so that's kind of what we're doing in all these problems. Let's do one more example. Okay, I'm going to rewrite again. A is P% of B. Okay, so this problem asks, what percent of 50, sorry, that doesn't look like a 50. Let's try that again. What percent of 50 is 36? Okay, so what's in front of the percentage sign must be P. So P is the what? P is what we're looking for in this problem. And we know that it's always P% of B. So what percent of 50? Well, then that means 50 is our B. And that means A is our 36. Okay, so if we want to plug this in to A equals P% of B, sorry, once again, that should be a B, not a 5. Then we're saying 36 is equal to what percentage times B, which is 50. Okay, so we would divide both sides by 50. And when we do that, obviously this cancels. So we're left with 36 over 50, which is 72. So P is equal to 72%. Okay, So we'll work on these a little bit more in class. We'll do some whiteboard practice because I'm sure that that's probably not completely clear right now. But when you get these problems, you just figure out what's your P, what's your B, what's your A, and then plug it into a formula, and that's what you do. So, like I said, we'll do more practice in class, but this should kind of give you a start or a preview of what we're going to do. That's it for today.